day. Welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. The UNFPA country representative in Nigeria, Ratidze Ndolovu, says that no fewer than 4.2 million Nigerians have benefited from the fund's humanitarian and psychosocial support services. Ndolovu disclosed this during a one-day visit to the most populated Dalori IDP camp in Maiduguri, Borno State. She said the intervention services began in January 2015 till date. This notwithstanding, the envoy renewed the UN resolve to increase the humanitarian support services to victims of the insurgency in the northeast. She also reiterated the UN's commitment after assessing the distress condition of the IDPs in the camp, saying that the UN was deeply concerned with their plight. The envoy noted that the insurgency had caused a lot of destruction to unquantifiable human lives and property in the region, thus posing enormous humanitarian challenges. According to her, the region had recorded massive destruction of socioeconomic activities, including healthcare services, education, trade, and institutions. The Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Works on Monday visited Anambra State to inspect the federal highway and erosion-devastated sites. This was the result of the joint outcry by the people of the Anambra State and the motion moved by the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial Zone of the state, Uche Ekwonife, calling for the immediate intervention of the federal government on the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, which has collapsed completely, as well as assistance in checking the increasing devastation of erosion in the state. Leader of the delegation, Senator Barnabas Jamade, expressed surprise as the extent of dilapidation on the expressway, as well as the magnitude of erosion in the state. He raised the alarm for urgent attention to prevent continued fatalities in the affected areas. He gave an assurance of strong recommendations from the Senate for the actual intervention from the federal government. Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has accused the country's president of scaring away investors through negative labeling of Nigeria's and unwarranted, unhealthy portrayal of the country's economy. The PDP said it is worrisome that in the last 6 months, the president, instead of making efforts to harness resources and grow the economy, has rather continued to apply himself, perhaps unwittingly, to demarketing the nation and scaring away investors through negative labeling of Nigerians and unwarranted, unhealthy portrayal of the nation's economy. The PDP, in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Lisa Metu, on Sunday said the president's unwavering statements have become very serious, clogging the wheel of progress, eroding the confidence of both domestic and international investors in the Nigerian economic and social system. Now reacting to the PDP statement, the presidency has accused the opposition party of distracting President Buhari from the job he has been elected to do. Spokesperson of the president, Femi Adesina, said President Buhari will remain true to the virtues of honesty, integrity, sincerity, incorruptibility, and plain seeking, which endeared him to Nigerians and made them prefer his administration to that of a lying and deceptive PDP administration. He added that President Buhari would always tell Nigerians the truth, and all attempts by PDP and others to distract President Buhari from his job will fail. Additional added that the president will not, in the guise of markets in the country, refrain from telling Nigerians and the world the emerging truths about the abject state in which years of plundering by a PDP-led leadership had left the country. He said that it is most unfortunate that instead of showing some remorsefulness for the harm done to the nation and giving genuine support to President Buhari's efforts to salvage the nation's economy, the PDP persists in a vain attempt to remain relevant on the national stage by unjustly denigrating the president. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll look at more news stories. Please don't go away.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching the Funny White Man Show, which is the biggest, the brightest, and the most entertaining show in Africa.
Funny white man, but this way you talk, it's too much. Give me 5,000 man, that's you. It's too much. So you get it like, when she move along the street, yeah, me should like that, I'm going girl. You know, my own people, actually.
Yeah, fine. It's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm one of those very few.
I'm forever taking it personal. I will listen 160 million Nigerians are corrupt. How? My brother, I'm looking for you.
Yeah, but it's a growth, and this is the time to build business and know the pitfalls and know what to do and what not to do. But there are months where you get business and months.
You know how we do, how we train them. We do the way they do.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching Trending Matters on the Funny White Man Show. Of course, we will bring you trending issues just to entertain and tickle your fancy.
Welcome back. You are watching TV360 News now. To business stories, the Central Bank of Nigeria has announced the continuation of the Bank Verification Number BVN registration exercise despite the expiration of the deadline on October 31st. The spokesperson of the CBN, Ibrahim Wazu, speaking to newsmen, said although the exercise still continues, customers who fail to register before the expiration date will not be able to access the account until they do their registration. He said the registration exercise was generally satisfactory. According to him, the October deadline was successful because the awareness had been created to millions of customers, unlike the June deadline where there was virtually chaos in the banking halls. Oil prices fell on Monday as weak Chinese economic data fueled concerns about demand slowing in one of the world's largest oil-consuming nations, while record-high production in Russia exacerbated the global supply glut. Brent crude futures, the global benchmark, traded down 55 cents at $49.01 a barrel, while U.S. futures were trading at $45.95 a barrel. Analysts say high OPEC production, record high production in Russia, and weak China data are driving prices lower. The global oil supply glut has more than halved oil prices since the peak in June last year. Now, the bodies of 144 of those killed in Saturday's air crash in Egypt have been flown back to the Russian city of St. Petersburg as an investigation into the cause continues. All 224 people on the Airbus 321, most of them Russians, died when it came down over the northern Sinai Peninsula over the weekend. The bodies arrived on Monday morning aboard a Russian government plane. The crashed Airbus A321 plane, operated by Russian airline Kogalimavia, was carrying holidaymakers from the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh to St. Petersburg when it crashed in the Sinai Peninsula on Saturday morning. Meanwhile, the Russian airline has blamed external activity for the crash. This comes after Islamic State militants in Sinai claimed on social media that they had brought down the flight, a claim since dismissed by authorities. The Golden Eaglets coach, Emmanuel Emenike, has heaped praises on President Muhammadu Buhari for the role in Eaglets' success at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The Eaglets on Sunday defeated the Samba Boys of Brazil 3-0 to advance to the semi-final of the tournament, where they will meet the winner of the last quarter-final match between Ecuador and Mexico. Speaking after the game, Emenike congratulated his players for their brilliant performance, while also commending President Buhari for changes he made in the country's sports system. Nigeria is so far the most successful side at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, with 4 titles and 3 second-place finishes. Manchester City captain Vincent Kompany has described UEFA's investigation into City's fan snub of the Champions League's anthem as a joke. The European football governing body last month confirmed opening a disciplinary case against Manchester City after the fans booed the UEFA anthem before the Champions League March Day 3 clash against Sevilla at the Etihad Stadium. However, City's Belgian captain Kompany has defended the fans' action, saying there is nothing, quote, holy about the Champions League anthem. UEFA's Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body have announced it will deal with the case on October 19th. Well, we've come to the end of news now. We thank you very much for joining us. I am Thelma Okoro.